guys, I just wanted to share this with you. I came across on TikTok this Greek god called Hephaestus. I came across this through scrolling, and they had a trend coming up that asked who was your godly parent, and I did it for fun. And Hephaestus came up. Of course, I have no idea who Hephaestus was, so I looked him up. According to myth, and found out that we had a lot in common. According to myth, Hephaestus was born lame and was cast from heaven in disgust by his mother Hera. Hera, mortified to have such a grotesque offspring, promptly threw him from Mount Olympus. He fell 9 days and nights and landed in the ocean. He was brought back to Olympus by Dionysus. Hephaestus is the only Olympian god to have been exiled from Olympus in return. He was again cast from heaven by his father Zeus after a family quarrel. Hephaestus' symbols are a smith's hammer, an anvil, and a pair of tongs, although sometimes he is portrayed holding an axe. He served as the blacksmith of the gods. He was the god of technology, blacksmiths, craftsmen, artisans, sculptors, metals, metallurgy, fire, and volcanoes. He was worshipped in the manufacturing and industrial centers of Greece, particularly in Athens. Hephaestus' family line is as follows. Gaia is his great-grandmother, Uranus is his great-grandfather, Kronos is his grandfather, Rhea is his grandmother, Zeus is his father, Hera is his mother, Hades and Poseidon are both his uncles, Aphrodite is his great-aunt and also his wife, Pandora is his adoptive daughter slash aunt, Demeter and Hestia are both his aunts, Phaeus is half-sister-in-law, Ares is his brother, Kratos is his half-brother, as well as Deimos, Hercules, Peirithous, Hermes, Apollo, Perseus, and Minos. They are all his half-brothers. Artemis and Persephone are his half-sisters. Theseus is his cousin. Orcus is his nephew. Demeos is his nephew slash stepson. Atreus is his half-nephew. His wife was Aphrodite, who was also his great-aunt, as mentioned. Hephaestus, being the most unfaltering of the gods, was given Aphrodite's hand in marriage by Zeus in order to prevent conflict over her between the other gods. They were fighting madly over her. Charis, who's the personification of grace, is also listed as Hephaestus' wife and half-sister in Homer's The Iliad. Aphrodite, although she was married to Hephaestus for the purpose of keeping her out of the war and battles over her from all those other gods, continued to have secret affairs with other men, be it mortal or god. However, it was Ares, the ancient Greek god of war, or the spirit of battle, that represented the distasteful aspects of brutal war and slaughter, whom she was attracted to the most. This was something that Helios, the sun god, also known as a Titan, who drove a chariot daily from east to west across the sky and sailed around a northerly stream of ocean each night in a huge cup, told Hephaestus after catching them in an affair. Hephaestus created an invisible net and hung it above his bed, making sure it was completely hidden. Then he told his wife that he was going on a trip. The moment her husband was gone, Aphrodite invited Ares for a visit. The lovers went to bed, but the net fell on them while they were making love, and it was impossible for the couple either to escape or to separate. The more they tried, the more they became entangled. Hephaestus then invited the other gods to see their shameful position in further mockery. Naked and damp, their limbs entangled in each other's and in the golden web that held them. After publicly humiliating them, Aphrodite and Hephaestus' relationship became bitter, and Hephaestus grew to dislike Ares even more. Hephaestus had very low self-esteem because his mother Hera hated him, bragging of his talent, and also, she hated him, even though she bragged about his talent. And so that gave Hephaestus low self-esteem, and also because his wife Aphrodite cheated on him with Ares and then Kratos, who was his half-brother and the personification of strength. Out of all of the gods of Olympus, Hephaestus was the most benevolent to Kratos, who was his half-brother, besides Athena, who was the goddess of battle, strategy, and wisdom. Hephaestus loved the things he created. Hephaestus made the best weapons, jewelry, and armor. Some of his greatest creations ever were the silver bows and arrows of Artemis and Apollo, as well as Apollo's golden chariot. He also made the shield of Achilles, Athena's spear, and Hercules' breastplate. In addition to this, he made the scepter of Zeus and the battle armor of the Olympian armies. He also made all of the gods and goddesses' palaces with help from Athena and their unbreakable locks. He made the winged helmet and sandals for Hermes, Aphrodite's belt, Agamemnon's staff, the armor for Achilles, the armor for Diomedes, a clapper for Hercules to use during one of his labors, a chariot for Helios, and the bow and arrows for Aphrodite's son Eros. His most cherished creation was Pandora, whom he formed from clay and came to love as his own daughter. Kratos opened Again, Kratos was his stepbrother, not stepbrother, his half brother, um, known as the personification of strength. He opened Pandora's box to destroy Ares, and Zeus brutally beat Hephaestus and kidnapped Pandora. This caused Hephaestus to be infected with the evils of misery thereafter, and Hephaestus died after doing what any father should do, protecting the life of his child.